Okay, the examples we've looked at so far, we've been given two ends of the line segment and we've been asked to work out the midpoint of the line segment. Sometimes the questions can be a little bit trickier and they can give you the midpoint and one of the ends of the line segment, and they're going to ask you to work out what the other end of that line segment is. Okay, we've got a couple of options that we can look at. One is to plot the points visually, and that's where we're going to start. So I'm going to start with my midpoint of 1, 2. So I'm going 1 along the corridor and 2 up the stairs. I'm then going to plot my point P, one of the ends of my line segment, which is at 2, 4. So 2 along the corridor, 2, 4 up the stairs, and that's my point P. Now I know that my point Q must lie on the line that connects P with M, so it must lie somewhere along this line. The other thing that I know is that the distance between P and M must be the same as the distance between M and Q. It's the midpoint, it's halfway between the two. So if I've gone 2 squares down and 1 square over to get from P to M, I must go the same distance to get to Q. So 2 squares down and 1 square over, that must be my point Q at the origin at 0, 0. Okay. The other thing I can do is have a look at the pattern between my coordinates. So I'm going to start with my point P, which is at 2, 4, and I'm going to have a look at my midpoint, which is at 1, 2. I'm going to have a look at the difference between the y and the x coordinates of those 2 points. So to get from P to M, my y coordinate's gone from 4 down to 2. So I took 2 away. I start from 4, took 2 off, and I'm down with y coordinate of 2. For the x coordinates, I started at 2, I've gone down to 1, so I must have taken 1 away. So I know to get down to my point Q, I've got to go the same distance, so I'm going to need to take off 2 off my y coordinates and 1 off my x coordinates. So my point Q is going to be at 2, take away 2, so my y coordinate is 0, and my x coordinate starting at 1, taking 1 away, and I'm left with 0. It's got the same value, 0, 0, as we got visually. We've done that sense check with making sure that my midpoint looks to be halfway between my 2 end points on my line segment P and Q. Job done.